Ba-ba-bum. Yay! Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Now, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Man, that's really loud. Also, there we go. I don't hear much in the way of DDO noises, but there we go. Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. I think we got a couple of things going on this morning. First of all, we're going to do our usual, recap. So we're going to take a look at the things that we learned, the things that we unlearned, some of the things... I'm going to switch hats, too. I'm hot. Basically, we're going to take a little bit of time to kind of do a little review. We'll probably record that separate. And then we're going to jump right into the TR day. So bear with us. Hopefully, we can make something work. So let's record a second video. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the video here. As always, this is recorded as part of our Twitch stream. So today is TR day, and we're taking a quick look at an end of life review, like we tend to always do. We also want to take a look at the things that we've learned and the things that we've unlearned, etc. when it comes to the build here. So, first thing, our PRR and MMR are kind of just middle of the road in my opinion. Even though we are equipped with medium armor, which is, I think, the heaviest I'm going to be able to get away with without a lot of significant work. I was able to reduce our spell failure to 0 between augment slots and filigrees. So certainly helps to get the biggest, heaviest thing you can. And because we are a Pellmaster-ish build, we can really take advantage of the legendary Dreadkeeper bonuses going on. For the most part, our gear is about halfway where we want it to go. We actually are ready to switch this hat out if we had a replacement hat. The Crown of Winter, I think, is our goal. And that... plus switching the belt for our winter item would actually give us a 4-piece winter, which would be huge for the hit point total. But I think it would end up actually costing us some nullification spell power, which is a big hit. So right now we're just under 1,000. With a little bit of work, we could boost it up a little bit, and of course with a shroud item, we can boost it up a little bit more. But yeah, when we actually get the Crown of Frost, sorry, my notes are off screen. When we get the crown for that and the belt for that, we'll end up losing out a little bit, unless of course the goggles for winter are good enough that we can slot in for now, or perhaps a trinket or something. So. One of the things that I really spent a lot of time doing Saturday, I think, maybe Saturday morning, Friday night, whatever, was I came in and I searched all my characters for gear, and I was actually able to scrounge up legendary versions of the Stygian Wrath, which was big game, and also the Blackmail, which is big game, giving us a lot of that stuff kind of slide into place. But then I also looked around, and I realized that the Night Mother Scepter was actually going to be a pretty big increase for us DC-wise and spell penetration-wise and stuff like that. As well as I kind of re-looked at filigrees in general, slotting in a 4-piece autos, and then just some extra int gear. And with everything said and done and put in and fired off, fired off our Arcane Hymn and firing off our Form, We're at 104 intelligence. We drink a potion that takes us to 106, and if we also had a Yugloth pots, 108. I feel like that's a pretty good starting place for Knot and Reaper for getting things done. So Knot and Reaper, that would give us 115 PK DC. And then if we move into a Reaper quest, it takes us up quite a bit more because of Reaper points. Let's just jump into a Reaper quest here. That's part of the reason I stood where I stood. Oh, I can't enter this quest. No, I'm foolish. Alright, just get a shard then. So, the reason I bring this up is because Friday, after I got all this gear stuff sorted and figured out and in place... okay, this is fine. This is not where I planned, but this is fine. I jumped into a Sharn Welcome on Reaper 4, which in my mind is like the minimum area that it's like my goal, right? To be able to solo R4s in Sharn, it's kind of like the bare minimum of what I'm looking for. And I did it. I was able to do it, but it certainly did not feel like our DCs were where I wanted them to be. Our success rate was, I don't know, somewhere between 50 and 60%. I mean, look at this thing. Oh, that's on. There we go. We just didn't wait long enough. So we're at 119. Drink the potion puts us at 120. Which is, I believe, where I said we were running around at for most of Sharn. Let me see if I can find my note here. Yeah, I feel like that's correct. I was extremely annoyed that it seemed like 120 DCs were still like a little bit better than 50%. And even if I boosted my DCs with the Arcane Spell Surge and the Reaper's Potency, I still felt like only then I was boosting up to like, for 30 seconds, I was boosting to probably 80 to 90% efficiency. So basically what I was told is Sharn's tough, and it's going to take a little bit for you to kind of get to where you want it to be there. So I don't know. Overall, I felt like I was struggling a little bit on my DCs, but we're still a couple steps closer, and we'll figure it all out. Otherwise, I really like how the Deep Gnome stuff kind of comes together. I think the Archmage for DCs is really good. If I could figure out another way to reduce my spell point or my action point cost over here, I would do it. It's possible that because this energy of the Scholar is just so bad that it's possibly better to spend the points into spell critical force instead. Like maybe it's worth losing 90 spell points to grab an extra couple percentage to your criticals. I'm not sure. I found myself leaning heavily on Arcane Tempest when things were immune to negative energy damage, which is a pretty slow way to go to kill things. So one of the things we'll probably do going forward is we'll probably spend more time with force stuff. As you can tell, I even switched into chain missiles eventually. So I wish I would have spent more time and energy trying to figure out a way to put even more points into Archmage. I could have taken Arcane Bolt, but because I decided I was going to take Necroblast and save my butt with Reactive Discloportation, I did not do the Arcane Blast, where if I did Arcane Blast, I feel like I would have spent many more points over here in the Elemental and Force damage. Feywild did a lot of, or Feydark Illusionist does a lot of work like it always does. A huge amount of spell points, a great amount of saving throws, a little bit more intelligence, like 2 more points of intelligence. Like it fired off on all cylinders. So 2 int here, 2 int here, 2 int here, 2 int here. We could have asked much more from our trees. So Overall, I really liked it. I had a lot of fun being a pure wizard. I enjoyed playing the weird version that I did before, but I think this version is much more my style. If only I had the ability to work in trap skills and still be a pure wizard, I would be completely happy. But I want to try some trap skills. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. As always, if you have questions, comments, etc., leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer those. I hope to see you live, twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. We'll see you next time. Toodles. Alright, so recorded that. Hopefully that makes sense. There's a couple of people who are kind of newish to the stream, and they are also kind of struggle busing a little bit when it comes to how to get started on the Pellmaster, how to get moving. And as I figure out more and get more of it kind of re-solidified in the post-level 20 world, I'm going to continue to refine these videos for people and really try to my best to lay out ideas and ground rules and gear catch-ups and hookups and stuff like that to kind of get moving on. Meanwhile, though, I think it's time. I think we can just pull the trigger. Let me need those in my backpack. I managed to clear to 4 spots over the weekend in my inventory, and I did not buy the last bank slot, which means that we're close. We're close to where we can actually hack things down even further and move things around. If a lot of it, I don't know if a full 20 bank slots are like bound to account gear, but probably 20 bank slots. So if I can find a place to put some extra stuff, I think we can weed it down. And a lot of that is probably cloaks as well. Alright, let's see. What's the other thing that's going on right now? Oh yeah, it's winter time. The winter festival stuff has begun. I've done some ice skating, not a lot, a little bit of ice skating on both sides. In fact, I want to go ahead and check for the for my daily midwinter stuff on the Forgotten Realms side real fast as well. You know what? I don't need another half an hour to... We won't be ready to get back over there in another half an hour. Just go get it done. So I've been trying to collect these. I've been checking on it pretty much first thing every time I log in. Getting a reasonable stockpile of this stuff is kind of important if you're going to try to do any of the midwinter crafting. Which I'm going to attempt to icy up another set of cosmetics this go around. I don't know what. Okay, so we're not ready for that. I don't know what exactly we're going to do. That'll probably also be something that we kind of decide on together as a channel. If you guys have ideas for cosmetics, let me know. But I'm honestly really excited for this hat out of... Oh, what is it? The Orb of Fire quest or whatever it's called. I kind of like the idea of looking like Indiana Jones. But we also have like the Stormhorn goggles. Cosmetic headwear. We actually have quite a few options here. I like the red party hat to go with my silver party hat. I also really like the glowing eyes of eternal fire. So we have a couple of eye things to look at. Honestly, for armor, I just have a pair of desecrated leathers, which I do like, but I don't know if I like enough to wear a lot. So, again, if you have cosmetic ideas, let me know. I would like to actually probably have a bulky plate mail looking armor, if I could. But something that is mostly even. I don't like uneven thing. I like a symmetrical armor. Alright. Well, I guess it's time. Let's do it. Let's see if we can't figure out a way to cram everything in here. Smexy Beard Daddy is now following. Well, welcome to the club, Smexy Beard Daddy. Appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. Welcome to USS Fat Halfling. Bottom. Alright, we're back to iconic classes. Deep Gnome Life number 2. All in here. I think I went 15 strength, which leaves us with not very much wiggle room for con. The reason I like 15 strength is for two-handed fighting, but we're actually not going to need that for quite a while. God, it's so many points too. Yeah, let's pull those out. I honestly don't think we're going to have room for precision in this build. Let's see, we're going to have int to reflex saves, so we don't need to worry about dex in that case. I think we just dump it into con. This will go off. We won't be able to take two-handed fighting on our first feat, but that's okay because we're not going to do that anyway. We'll want two-handed fighting a little bit later in the life. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, so concentration, spellcraft, bluff. Is heal necro? Always forget. Heal is necro. Search. Spot. UMD. Wow, that's a lot. I think it'll be okay though. So yeah, we pretty much always take insightful reflexes first, so I know that I have them and have them out of the way. I think I'm going to continue to do that. And we'll take maximize. Alright, now I actually have to really think about things here. So, keeping in mind the lessons that we literally just talked about. Talking about how much force damage we want to work into the possible build. We're going to have wiggle room for spells though. Jump? Yeah, jump's a reasonable spell. You're not wrong. I'm just trying to decide between, like, Acid Spray and Caustic Bolt, or Burning Hands and Flame Bolt. Maybe we'll try these. Like, we'll have wiggle room to pick up everything if we want it, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. This is closer. But I do like having hair. Oh yeah. Always with the braided mohawk if we could. I wish I could get my hair to braid. That would be sweet. Oh, actually, I really like that hair color. And I don't want a scar. Is that the nose we want too? Alright, let's do this. Lock it in. You braid your beard? I wish I had a little bit more beard so I could braid it too. My favorite DDO beard style is the long braided goatee. My problem is it gets about this long and I want to play with it. And it's like, no, stop! And then I cut it off. Alright, we loaded our UI. We don't need these for now. We probably will sooner than later. You like the braided dragon beard? Yeah, it's probably not bad either. I don't know. I'm a sucker for people with braided beards. I think they look so good. Find a teacher, but not you. You suck! You suck, Elementster! Alright. So the hardest part of this is we gotta run all the way through Wayloon. There's not a bar here, or not a banker here, right? Is that correct? Am I actually wrong? Is there a banker here? No, there's not a banker here. Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of iconics. These are my first couple of iconics, if I'm being honest. So slow. Music in there is actually not bad. I'm excited for the festival, though. This is my last year to kind of screw around with the... Well, I shouldn't say it's my last year, but... They're all changing next time. I'm going to eat all these little experience points. Just to get them out of here. And I'll throw the rest of them to on Java or something. And give me a horse or horse bag or something. Buckskin horse, first one we found. Perfect. I'm gonna eat these on the way, and I think they'll knock us off our horse, so... Oh, they're not. Sweet. Alright, so I checked this right before I TR'd. Alright, so he's not going to give us more tokens right away. Darn it, I was hoping that we'd be able to pick up at least one extra set of tokens by TRing right away. Try to maximize all of my midwinter goodness. Alright, let's see. Rogue person. Here we go. Perfect. So we're going to try what happens when we work in 1 to 2 levels of rogue. I think it'll start with 1 level of rogue, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now that we have activated our rogue levels... We're definitely going to take a second rogue level at some point. It's just figuring out exactly where is going to be the question. Alright. Normally I would start concentration without even thinking about it. But I think with our cross-class skills and everything that's going to be going on, we're not really going to have an opportunity to get concentration up where we need it to go until much later in life. So we just start our... our slow work up to like 10 open lock. Alright, that's level 3. This is level 4. Oh, we're even again. Also like to increase our bluff, and I'd also like to increase our heal. It's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Electric Loop. Command Undead. Is that correct? Not Command Undead. We like Halt Undead, not necessarily Command Undead. Grab our Death Aura. Hey Emerald Eye, how are you doing this morning? I'm doing alright. My nose is running a wee bit. But what day isn't it running a wee bit? Anymore. It seems like the pattern. Level 5, level 6. So we know we want Empower. Do we also want Arcane Initiate? Yeah, I think so. What up, another wizard? Yep. We're going to be doing several wizard lives here in a row while we clean up our Dark Gnome, Deep Gnome past lives. So we're actually going to end up doing 4 more wizard variations here over the next, counting this one, over the next 2 lives. So basically we're going to go to 30, We're going to do an epic TR back to level 20. And we'll probably switch it up a little bit. Fine tune that option. We'll take it back up to 30. Then we'll iconic back to 15 again. We'll probably do yet another variation of Wizard. To get up to 30, epic TR. And tweak that. And then go back up to level 30 again. That is a lot of wizards, but I love wizards. It's my favorite class. So when the voting kind of like locked me into Deep Gnome Wizardry for a little bit, I did not complain. So I think our goals are going to be some amount of 2-weapon fighting. But we're still going to be almost as high DCs as we can. We're going to be a little bit shorter of where we were. But we're going to have the option to be able to hit things. Which to me kind of screams, if we're going to do that, we either want to focus on enchantment or we want to focus on necro. So we can just like really specialize in one school and then spend the rest of our energy on adapting our combat stuff. So I'm not sure where we want to go yet. If we want to go... That's level 7, so level 8. Not sure if that means we want to go... Yeah, now we got that caught up. Sure which way we want to go. This cow's starting to bother me. I guess it's not a cow, it's an... Oh, it is a cow. That cow's starting to bother me. It's like it's judging me for my choices. Where do I need my open lock to get to? Probably pretty high. Start working on heal. Alright, so this is our first, like, whatever we want feat that's kind of open. I think we're going to take two-handed fighting here. Get our strike through started. Get some stuff here. You're playing your first Wizard TR in almost 2 years. Going to abuse DC Caster, Wizard Pale Master with double greater color spray and hold monster mass. So, double color spray doesn't seem to be a thing. Just take the one color spray. They're on the same timer. That's what I thought I would do. Yeah, I gonna pick up two-handed fighting, not two-weapon fighting. Two-weapon fighting is outside of my feat abilities, unfortunately. I do not have the wiggle room in my feats to make that, in stats, to make that kind of stuff happen. It's just too many. To use two weapons, it's just too much dexterity and to use weapons that are good to weapon with, it requires extra feats. So you're layering in a whole bunch of feats to be able to two-weapon fight. That just doesn't quite make sense. Use it while it's hot. That's the truth. I just want the little protection from elements. I don't think I care about the big mass one. See, that's 10, so this will be 11. Yeah, the levels be flying because we're iconic, which I normally am not a fan of, but that's what lives we're down to is iconic lives, so we're gonna be making it happen. I need to start working on UMD here pretty soon also. I think we're gonna play catch up on our rogue levels. Let's see. So now we'll take Quicken. Is this what I want, really? I almost never cast it last life. I think I cast this more than I'd cast that other spell. Let's do that. Alright, let's try catching up all of our skills. So that's caught up. This is caught up. Oh, we actually don't quite have enough points, do we? So we'll have 1 extra point for Spellcraft next level. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we want to extend. We're going to want all the rest of the metas. Except for eschew materials, basically. So that's level 12, level 13. Or 2 points in Spellcraft. Catch that back up. We might need like 2 more points in UMD. We'll have to check it. Circle of Death is like one of my best spells ever. And Necrotic Rays, same thing. We also are going to want Greater Heroism and Reconstruct, because we'll probably end up playing Heal to Umbrella a lot. Just not sure if we need more UMD or not. My brain is trying to math. If we get to 30, we won't need it. The problem is that how high do we need it to get to level 30? Yeah, probably just a little bit higher. Nah, I'm not going to do it. We're just going to put him in heal. I'd much rather be able to increase our negative energy healing just that little bit more. We definitely want Greater Heroism. Definitely need a Reconstruct. We're just going to be greedy here. This is a level where we don't cast that much spells. Alright. So somewhere in there we should have figured out another spot to take Heighten. but we'll figure it out.
The Purple Dragon Knights are seeking help in the task.
This unfortunately is probably never going to land. Kapla. I usually play melees over casters, so I thought why not switch it up and have some fun with the new Feywild necklace and ring. Yeah, the Feywild stuff seems to be pretty bonkers. I'm just a person that likes. I'm working on my various completionists. So we just finished our racials. We do technically have one more alchemist life to do. I don't know when we'll work that in, but we'll work it in one of these iconic lives. And we've got one more. No, that's it. We have several iconic races left. Alright, so what's going to be our main tree? Our main tree is probably going to be Eldritch Knight, and then Pale Master, and then Fade Arc Illusionist, and then wow. There's a lot to try to work in here. A lot to work in. Yeah, I've been working on getting Sam triple completionist and triple rationist for a while. And I had finished my triple completionist like 2 weeks before they released Alchemist. And then I was like, ah! Alright, so let's... Actually, we could take this in here, right? Alright, so that's the minimum we can do to get into hit and damage. Sorry, that's into damage, not to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really like these. Into hit. Bigger imbue the blade, more intelligence. Also really like this. I want these maxed. Okay. There's our current bare minimum of this. Do we want Wraith? If we're going to be a melee, I like Wraith. I really am starting to really love Shroud of the Lich. Now we're in melee, so we should just be zombie, but I don't think I care. Oh, the Wraith is the best one. The Lich is very strong. It's definitely the second best, but Wraith, in my opinion, is the best one. It's the problem is it has the disadvantage of Featherfall. Let's do Lich. And you always want to do Cloak of the Night. Then I'd like to kind of get the first augmentation done. And that's going to be 2 points. So I think I'd rather lose 10 hit points and have... no, I'd rather have the 1 power this, right? Yeah, let's have the 1 power this. And then I want... electric absorption. Okay. Those are locked. This is like the minimum in those areas. So now let's figure out the minimum in this area. So I like the dragon. I like the spell points. Is that right? Or do I want this instead? So this and this should work together. Let's try that. Alright, so now those are done. So now let's figure out our deep gnome stuff. We know we want that. Do we want the permanent blur from Gnome? Probably. We're not going to have medium armor from Eldritch Knight because we're going to have evasion. We might switch into it when we know there's not going to be a situation for evading. But for most general gameplay, especially in heroics, I'm just going to 1 evasion. Do I want a range trip? We want this. Don't think we're going to be doing this. We're going to max out our dodge. Alright, those are our racial points. That leaves us 4 points to play with. Alright, so I think the first point we know that we're going to spend 1 point in Illusionist over here in Archmage to get invisibility. Visibility as an SLA is very good. So that leaves us 3 points. We have 2 intelligence, very easy to pick up. We have negative energy healing we could pick up. We could continue to power up our Eldritch Knight tree. But I don't care for this. I just don't. Neg heals, you think? Very good. I would never take invisibility SLA. It's the opposite of good. Yeah, it's very good. Especially in heroics. It may not be as good in epics, but it's very good. For 1 point investment, it's very good. It's very bad. Just drink pots. Pots are slower, they can't target others, and also cost resources like backpack space that I'm not willing to give up right now. Besides, I'm not 100% sure we're not going to take some more Archmage stuff. What's this one again? Oh yeah, the force chance. I kind of want to keep chasing this tree, to be honest. I am going to miss Eldritch Blade. But Subtle Force 2 is good enough. Which means we don't need as many points in that tree. Dopity JT, welcome to the stream. Well, we can disagree on whether we evaluate something as good as kill monsters. I'd rather run past monsters if I can. If I can avoid a fight, I'd rather do that. So we can disagree on how we interpret that. I think I'm going to put the points in the Eldritch Knight tree. So what do I want to put 1 point in? I usually am a big fan of taking Scroll Mastery, but I don't think it's going to matter that much this go around. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Smexy. I think the Mystic Wards is probably the pick. Then we want Force Point. I think this is the way we want to go. And then, so I don't forget, we'll do Reaper Enhancements right now. I'm not actually going to be tripping anything. Don't care at this point. Skelly, Ticker, Skelly. Yeah, we're not going to be using the Skelly. We'll get up to tier 5. I'm not worried about it. We'll get there. It's just a matter of time. Like, I don't want to give up the Pale Master survivability. I want to have Color Spray for doing stuff. I would like to have my int to hit. So, something's got to give. And unfortunately, waiting on our tier 5 is where it's got to go. Yeah, well, I am more patient than other people. I also know it's not necessary to have this stuff going for Giant Hold and for the first couple of things after that. A lot of people feel like the only way to move forward in this game is to kill the monsters as quickly as possible. I know that it had, at least in my opinion, I know that it's nice to be able to do that stuff, but also, as long as I survive to the end of the fight, I'm going to win. So, having a combination of kill the monster and stay in the fight will get me there. So, taking these things over here that yes, they take points away from the Eldritch Knight tree, we're gonna be fine. Now it's possible I could just get up here to Eldritch Tempest, run up and kill like a bunch of mobs and not worry about it. I agree, but time is money. I would agree, except me literally spending more time questing and playing the game theoretically is money. So the longer I play in something, the longer I play in general, the theoretically the longer that I'm playing. So, a lot of weirdness. The thing that I'm actually really deciding on is, do I want to rework things where I have this stone skin click? I often feel like the stone skin clicky is very valuable, but I usually only do it on the hardcore server. But I feel like 1 point investment would be worth it. Do I have a list of best quests to level with? I'm starting my second life now, and I want to make it faster and smoother than my first one. I don't have a list. I don't use a list. My rule is I pull up the quest guide, I sort by level, and whatever this is, I subtract 2 from my current level and I work on the quests. So like if I'm, and that works from level 3 and above. So at level 2 I would just go pick some level 1 quests and I would do them. And I'm a once on elite and done guy. But if you don't or better, but if you don't have that ability, Dopey, to open on elite, you may have to do some quests a second time. And what you kind of do is you have to figure out which ones that you like or which ones you thought were good. Or you get into like a group that's also leveling. And the other thing is when I look at it and I'm looking at quests at a particular level range, so like pretend right now I'm level 15, and by pretend I mean I am. So I'm going to add 2 to this number over here, and these are the quests that I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to look over here and be like, alright, well, for example, I'm going to need Coin Lord favor, so I'm going to do this Undermine chain. But I also am going to need Arganescent favor, so I'm going to be doing the Giant Hold stuff. And I'm going to prioritize those kind of things because the way that I play, I'm trying to get not just from 1 to 30, or 25 to 15 to 30, there we go, 25, 15 to 30, but I'm also trying to unlock enough of my favor stuff along the way that I don't have to do favor grinding a little bit at the end game to unlock my backpack slot, my bank slots. Yeah, and I typically do the quests on Reaper 1 to Reaper 3. Sometimes I'll go up to Reaper 4 if I'm particularly pleased with the build. But usually between 1 and 3. Normally 1 for speed, because you don't get that much more out of it when you're talking about grinding out, 100,000 experience. And at best, on Reaper 4, you're going to be getting like 800 to 900 Reaper experience. That being said, you can still do it on a higher Reaper if you want. Beef does have a leveling pattern that also works well. Said I've always been a fan of getting my favor as I do things, like a once and done get my favor, to be able to unlock those DDO points as well. Which is something I'm actually really missing from the iconic TRing, because you're not knocking out that wide range of low level quests. You're actually, I find myself missing several hundred, probably Probably at least 400, 300 DDO points per life that I was used to getting as well. You want to do Vaughn? Vaughn I'll just do it at Epics and be done with it. Or are you talking about for the leveling guide? Alright, I think this is fine. Alright, so let's look at how many spells we actually don't have. Let's try to remember to actually prepare everything. I have not taken any... last level, or last go through, I didn't take any, I didn't take any level 5 spells until much later. So I want to make sure to not do that this go around. Trying to decide where I want to put this spell this go around. I'll put it here. So I'm a person that when I kind of like put my spells in place, I tend not to move them around very much, even when they're no longer efficient. It's just a me thing, and I recommend you don't do it. I recommend that you're more flexible than I am, but I'm very stubborn. Really fine. So you need a 4th level spell at least. Don't like that. Yeah, Three Barrel Cove is amazing. A lot of people will tell you that Three Barrel Cove is not necessary anymore. I still love Three Barrel Cove. This is me remembering what I was talking about earlier. So I usually take this spell just to break boxes, but I don't feel like I'm going to be breaking a lot of boxes. Alright, so... Whoops. see, differences slavery. Okay, hang on, I missed a bunch of stuff here. Getting out of group is nice, yes. The pit's amazing. Love the pit. I feel like Slavers is not worth my hassle. I'm not a Slavers guy. Bad touch. Do I even want bad touch on my bar somewhere? I do. I just don't know where. Alright, so in theory we could... This is the only one I actually care about right now. In theory we could pick an element, i.e. acid or electric or something. We could set up our combat spells to be those. Like we have acid here, we could take acid up here somewhere. We're not going to take acid arrow though. There's not a third level acid spell. Oh, there's acid ball. Acid ball's good, actually. Or we have a slot. Yeah, we might do that. I believe this does work with your spell power. Yeah, scales with acid spell power. That's something to think about. Okay, I know I have unprepared spell slots. Thank you, DDO. Value and appreciate you as always letting me know. So a friend of mine's coming to visit, and they're trying to keep me informed when they think they're going to be here. So we will be ending the stream quite a bit earlier than usual today, but it's going to be another 40-ish minutes probably before we have to wrap, 45 minutes before we have to wrap. So we're going to get a little bit of stuff done, but nowhere near what we would normally want to get done. So I apologize for the kind of shorter stream here. Alright, what do we want to wear for this? Honestly don't know. Generally, if I'm going to be playing some sort of melee, I like to... This is the light one, right? Please, brain. Light. Clothing. Yes, perfect. And what's the other piece to that? Is it a belt? Necklace, right? Necklace. Yeah, thank you. Necklace. That's like a little round ball on a stick, right? Alright, even better. Get out of here. Yeah, the family recruited symbol. Yeah. That's definitely the one. Oh, is this my hammer fist? Which hammer fist is this? Somebody's crap hammer fist? That's right, get out of here. Give me my hammer fist. Are you gonna put this outfit on, or are you just gonna look at it, Samus? Apparently we're gonna look at it. Apparently we're gonna look at all of it for a minute. Alright, Constitution or... Yeah, I think we're gonna put these goggles on. Man, TR is so clunky, I wish they had streamlined somehow. Yeah, please don't put me on my soapbox today. You know how easy it is for me to get on that particular soapbox. We haven't used the Celestial Mount in a long time. Let's actually do that instead. I feel like the whole system is bad and should feel bad. They didn't think things through, and it'd been nice if they would have. Still love them, though. Wish they would have thought things through a little bit more. What is this? Oh, this is the cosmetic I was wearing last life. Kind of like that cloak, actually. We could wear phase cloak instead of... That seems wrong, right? Yeah, I think we just keep wearing that. We don't need deadly because this colors are deadly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they can't set up a follow my custom path button in particular. I do really like this cloak in particular. Wear it and do a con. We took haste. Yeah, alright. Talk myself into it. I like this cloak so much. It's like one of my favorites. Alright, so now people need to vote. No Sharn cloak? I don't even like the Sharn cloaks, to be honest. Are we going to use our SOS this life, or are we just going to use quarterstaves? We're not going to be able to invest much deeper in melee than we already are. Maybe a little bit more. It's fine. I can get into Discord at some point. I feel like we've done a lot of quarterstaff stuff lately. Yeah, it's definitely wear these goggles, I think. Yeah, we'll try them both. We'll put them both in our bag and we'll see what happens. Hey, good morning. Or we could wear Acolyte lenses instead. God, they seem really strong too, actually.
Whatever.
Hey, good morning. They actually seem better than...
Good evening.
It's always morning. It's always morning in Samusville.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll probably put on the silver belt. We usually do. It's kind of like the go-to.
I got all my characters transferred from hardcore to the servers, different servers.
Throw that over there also. Throw this over here also. We'll just throw all of our various weapons over and we'll try them all. We'll try them all and let the monsters sort them out with their hit points.
You know what area you're going to start in?
I will be starting in Giant Hold like usual. Oh, we haven't busted this guy out in a coon's age. Hell yeah. We might be hammering things for the first little bit, just for giggles, just because we haven't in a long time. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the other cloak.
Giant Hold it is. Alright.
Let's do that for now.
So, level 15, alright.
Yeah, you've got time though. It's going to be at least another 5 or 6 minutes before I'm ready to do stuff. The Black Dragon Scale Capelet. Is that one what we're looking for? I know I have one somewhere. So my thinking was actually that I wanted the con double strike displace or dodge one from Ravenloft. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't see one. Which means I either have it hidden on somebody else or something. If anyone sees it, yell at me. Use a green steel cloak usually. Yeah, most of my green steel stuff is in different slots. Yeah, the Mantle of Fury is what I was thinking of. I'll put this on for now in case we find the other one. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have a city champion. The other one was black again? Yeah, I know I have those things. I'm just not sure where they are. There's my silver threaded belt. Our Featherfall trinket, although we don't really need it if we're also going to prepare Featherfall. Clanger, clanger. Oh, we've got quite a few slots open still. Where are my green steel bracers? Did they fix the bug with augments not granting implement bonus on stuff? I have no idea. I've not seen a whole lot of bug fix stuff. that I could say is confirmed. Ring of Nightfall is insightful. This is insightful 3, right? Yeah. Hey, I don't have a... I have one somewhere, I just don't know where the pale green ion stone is at the moment. I'm gonna have to dig around and find it. Whew, that number is so bad right now. Maybe we do need something like this. I actually really like the Curse Keeper in my trinket slot as well. There's a lot of the things that we're looking to do. Yeah, I'm thinking probably that hat from House Drasco. And I'm currently leaning towards our other ring being the Ravenloft ring. The Necro ring. I can't think what it's called off the top of my head. Also have yet to find my green steel bracers. There they are. Skull ring, thank you. Really? This Topaz of Necromancy is level 16 now? Did I know that? Also, it's now an enchantment bonus, right? Is that something that got changed? I feel like that's something that's got changed. I don't know what I'm going to be mostly either. I'm just going to have to see how it feels. Also, I'm not going to be, like, locked into anything. We're just going to play around, have fun, do some of this, do some of that. Let's just put this on and then kind of freeze this cloak back up to do something else at next level. And yeah, let's look at hats. Actually, I wonder, do we have, we do, right, here? Profane Red Wind? Yeah. I did in fact do that. Insightful and quality deadly. I'm really looking at Boundless, to be honest. And the Umber Brim. Could also get away with wearing the other one, the other brimmed hat. I forget what it's called. That would be a DC boosting item, which might be better. See what DCs we have. We have a Finger of Death, Halt, Circle of Death, and Web. Honestly, are we even going to be casting Web? Maybe we should just move that to there. Oh, that's a change. It's a big change, actually. Where's that other stupid hat? The Arc Steel Brim, that's what it's called. Sort by level, at least. Give me something. Give me some capability to search through this thing. I know, you don't want me to. Yeah, let's put this on for now. Still Brim's a sweet one. Yeah, it would be one more accuracy. Right, it's +1 accuracy. As opposed to Spell Focus Mastery 3 and Insightful Sheltering. Like it did engage quite a bit. I think this will work. It's not perfect, but I think we'll get by. Let's also grab a ranged weapon, so I'm not in a situation where I'm like not able to range things. Let's grab our potion of heal a little bit more. Oh, hell no. Sorry. Abort. I'll stop. Urge. Yeah, it'll be a minute still. I got my gibbers and stuff in. Put this on. Alright. That's better. Oh, I know what else I forgot. I'll deal with it later. Alright. Level 2 spell component. Or, level 2 scrolls. Which of these are we actually going to cast? We did knock before, but now we actually have thing. Oh, Gust of Wind, of course. Gust of Wind is in. Level 3. I think here we're going to take the Acid Ball. Take that one too. Level 4. I don't think we're actually going to cast that, but take them both just in case. Alright, so we have a level 2, 2 level 3s, and 2 level 4s. Sorry, not a level 1. Level 2, 2 level 3s, and 2 level 4s. Scribing away. Okay. Gust of wind. Acid blast. Say boom boom in your face.
I'm gonna have a smoke. I'll be back.
Sure. We'll cast this maybe. Turn all this stuff on. It's already on. This again will turn all this stuff on. This is like our Reaper killer. And let's click on. Yeah, we'll grab spell components. I actually have them in the bank. I just forgot to grab them. They're not in the bank, they're in the ship bank. So what are my other 2 items down here? Usually I have like a bag of or a bag. I usually have Ellery in there. I usually have like some tasty ham or something in there. Yeah, we'll turn all that stuff on in a second. I think I stuck it in the bank. So we were low in the TR or in the TR chests. Oh, these are like raised dead or something probably. Oh yes, my dowsing rods for the emergency. There are more than one life where I have not had the ability to open locks. Should probably grab some level 6s. Yeah, we should grab some level 6s. And some level 3s. We'll top up. We'll just top up. It's probably not unreasonable. Meow. So let's see. We'll call it 700 of these. I like having a little bit of wiggle room to put stuff into my bag. Oh, we don't need any of those. To pick them up when we're getting things out of chests. So I usually just go to like 900 or so.
I'm back.
All right, I'll be ready to do a couple of quests here in a minute.
I'm gonna hop in and do some slayers.
Sure. Those are actually probably fine. And these are the ones we actually stopped to get because those are GH. Alright, spell components are gathered. That's done. Those are prepared. I just need one more thing to stick in that slot. I guess we'll stick those in there for now. I usually buy like 5k of the DPS spell mat. I don't know. I usually don't feel like I have a lot of issues. Yeah, we haven't used this hammer in ever. Alright, is there something in particular I'm missing? Our PRR is still pretty low. Don't think we're wearing any like PRR boosting ring or anything, or item in general. We have a slot here. Isn't there a blue one that increases your PRR? Oh, that's the thing we're missing. We're missing our green bag. Found it. Found it. Plus, we will get a little bit of a boost here in a minute, but that's not the button I meant to push. Spell agility, resistance. It's called defense, right? Defense 12 was 8. Defense 16. Alright, well. Is there anything between 8 and 16? If it is, we don't seem to have it. Oh, 12? No, 12 is 8. Fine. Oh, I was wrong. There's 19 in there. I see it now. Alright, never mind. That was a mistakey. Alright. Let's go do a couple of quests here, see what we can get done. Actually, we have time for probably one quest. Head to... I don't know, where are you? Probably have no idea.
I jumped off to the right and is screwing on that area, killing all the giants. I'll get on my horse and head back towards...
Alright, well head over to the left side. Where if you jump in, we'll go do that first like walk up quest, and I probably have to go.
I'm just gonna recall and hop back in. Easier that way.
It's probably fine. If we go to 32, we might get bigger augments. Yeah, probably. I love Giant Hold during the festival. It looks so much nicer to me. I like purple and all, but I think this looks just so much better. Does hurt your eyes though. Snowy Feywild is also pretty. I'll have to go take a look at that later. I don't know, maybe we should have been a Wraith.
I like the vampire. But don't do melee. Do some 1d3 levels of damage.
I feel like I'm gonna get exploded being in a pale form half the time anyway. I'm not a zombie, I thought about it, but I did still want to keep my DCs up a little bit higher.
What blood have I shed? My memories are lost.
No, I went Lich for the DCs and the Constitution, but I don't know. It probably could have been Wraith. I think also. I guess I better go kill this thing. Grin's melee vamp with Dominate has been great in the Reaper static group. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. I don't know. I'm, again, extremely paranoid when it comes to playing vamps. I've been melted one too many times by being a vampire. Oops. I'm used to this being level the 7 button, so I keep trying to hit the 7 button on that. Oh, he's in love with you. You're running away from me and I can't protect you.
Sorry, I was just trying to...
Yeah, Lightbearers have become kill on. Yeah, that's just it. Like I said, the Light Bright's real bad. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get used to this thing being on the 3 key. We'll try. Many lives in a row that this has been on the 7 key. We'll try. Still hitting the 7 key. Did that guy die? Okay, that guy died. Hammer time. This one. This one? Not this one. It wants to be that one so bad, though. Yeah, we need to find a spot to boost our spell power also. Probably just slot it in something.
This SLA build's so nice. It's great.
Yeah, we'll experiment with all the different weapons and see if we can find something. It's also possible that the Curse Keeper is not what we're looking for, and we'll just custom build a spell power trinket. It would not be the first time that I've done something like that, for sure. Nor will it be the last, I'm sure. Looks like those people may or may not be on their way, which means we gotta pick up the pace on this. So full Zerg on. Oh, I don't know why I'm even fighting this stuff. They don't matter. It's also a situation where I should probably invised and just ran through everything, but run away. I didn't put sprint boost on my bar. I didn't put a lot of stuff on my bar still. We'll start getting that stuff worked in as we remember it's there. Huh. Is that the first time I've seen both of those doors trapped? Is that other door trapped? I feel like it was. Get out of here with your nonsense. No one likes you. So Brell already TR'd. Did he? I didn't look. Oh, Epic TR'd at least. I know he said he felt like he couldn't carry. And he missed being able to hard carry. Did we roll really poorly, maybe? Is that what happened? No, I think he's going to miss it before too long, but... it really is his preferred play style. But when your goal is to be able to hard carry like high Reaper content, and that's your goal, then gotta kind of go with what your goal is. And as the person that he is often carrying, I appreciate it. That's what I mean. That's what he's in for right now. He wants to be carrying R8s and higher. Feel like he and Distributed have like a small... I don't want to speak for them. I don't want to say it like it's a competition, but I feel like there's a little bit of competitive nature in there between the two of them on who can like carry the hardest sometimes. Which again, as the person that they often carry, I'm down with it. Alright, there's gonna be a D-door out here.
I'm able to... there we go, I got out.
Okay.
My harding was fighting him off in the doorway.
Sounds strong. Alright, everybody, unfortunately that means I have got to get going. I did warn everyone I'd probably have to leave around a little bit before 1, which is where we're at. But I'll try to come back a little bit earlier tonight. If I can, we'll just have to see. I said they're going to... I don't know how long they're going to be here for. Probably not more than an hour or two. But we'll come back. We'll take a few looks at some things and just kind of like decide what's working, what's not working. We'll probably try experimenting with like Tail of the Scorpion or some of the other weapons.
It's a great weapon. I still can't pull it.
And see what we can do about fitting in a little bit more spell power here. We have plenty of places to slot things. We just got to look for it. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, so we got to bounce. I'll be back as soon as possible. As always, if you'd like to help us out financially, Patreon.com is one of the best places to do so. And of course, if you would like to help us out, but you don't have a couple of bucks to kick our way, I'd really appreciate it if you'd go over to youtube.com/SamusGarobo and subscribe over there. Interact with some of the videos, etc. And that really helps as well grow the YouTube side, which I'd also very much like to do. All right, everybody. Peace, much love. We'll see you guys in a few hours. Toodles.